Hello and welcome back. As we told you, Reliance AGM, of course, is the big event that everybody in the financial markets would be tracking in. My colleague Ajay tracks Reliance for years now. Let's go across to him. Ajay, what to expect?
Well, that's correct. It's an important day for all Reliance Industries shareholders because of the 44th annual general meeting being scheduled in the afternoon today. And the street would want to hear from Mukesh Ambani, chairman of the company, on various aspects. The stock has really outperformed the market in the last couple of weeks, so expectations are already getting built in as well. In fact, if you see the probability of induction of Aramco chairman into the board is something street is talking about. Again, the probability is high. Also, any kind of a development as far as the O2C stake sale to a clutch of investors or to Aramco, again probability is very high. It already got delayed quite a lot. The other thing the street really wants to listen to is the launch of low-cost smartphone. That could really excite the stock clearly even after this outperformance. Any kind of details, scale up of WhatsApp Jio Kirana shop partnership is something again which will be incremental and the probability is very high. Mukesh Ambani lately in various platforms have been talking about green energy, hydrogen fuel, etc. So any detailed capex plan of that probability is very high, and again street would really appreciate it. Though there is very small sliver of possibility or probability of announcement of any kind of a new business, be it financial services or realty. One part of the market is talking about it, but again the probability is very low. Lately they've been speaking about how GRM and Petchem business globally has been improving. So any more color around that is something street would really like and want to know, because if you look at the March onwards from the peak, the Petchem trajectory and GRM all have come down. But these are the areas where Mukesh Ambani's focus should be based on, and the street would want to know more about. But if there is any announcement or lack of it, that could really impact the price as per a lot of analysts we've spoken to, because the stock has already started factoring in a lot of positives.
Ajay, thank you so much for that. So much to watch out for. Reliance Industries' own decarbonization move as well. Let's discuss a little bit more in the run-up of the AGM with Naveen Kulkarni, Chief Investment Officer with Axis Securities. Naveen, thank you so much for joining us today on this show. So, Ajay has actually enlisted a whole host of possibilities of announcements that we usually get into just ahead of the Reliance AGM. What are you watching out for? Which of the announcements, because I think so far Mr. Ambani has met with all of his goals that he has promised his investors. So could we be looking at now new forays, new launches? Which one of them excites you the most?
So two aspects. One is, of course, from the market perspective, the announcements on the O2C business are going to be very, very critical. What could be the structuring in terms of the O2C business with regards to the new induction of new stakeholders? What is the valuation at which the O2C business will be bought by any new stakeholder, right? So that's something which is going to be very, very interesting and critical. There have been quite a few delays already in the stake sale, which was to happen probably a year back. So I think that's a space that we'll watch out for very, very keenly. I think the second area which is going to be very, very interesting is going to be the plans on 5G. 5G is going to be a very important, I would say that avenue for growth as a whole for the telecom industry. Right, so and there are a wide range of plays which can happen. Apart from that, Reliance also is looking into a 5G ecosystem building. So that's going to be a very interesting theme to watch out for, because these are going to be the two large pieces of business which can create a lot of value for the company in the years ahead. So these are the two areas that we are most excited about. Of course, each will have its own implications in terms of how the stock will behave. O2C will be more critical in the near term, but of course from a long-term perspective, I would say that the technological interventions that the company is taking are going to be much more interesting to watch out for.
In the O2C business, which just in these last 12 months after, the Jio and the retail business had largely been set, what sort of value unlocking potential do you see over there for RIL's shareholders?
See, of course, there are two aspects that we are thinking about. That one is what is the value of the business for an external stakeholder. That's one thing. Second aspect will be that how this value unlocking is actually going to pan out. Whether there's going to be just a direct infusion of cash into the business, or whether there is going to be a different kind of listing play which can happen. Right, so that's where there can be a value unlocking play which can happen, right? So, one is in the current set of circumstances and how things are evolving globally, the O2C business, of course, is coming back into play, as in there is, of course, a traction building up for the petchem business. So that's something which is very, very important to watch out for, right? So what kind of value will be ascribed to this business? Right now, of course, the earlier valuations which were indicated and what the current market would be factoring in, I think there could be a gap between the two, right? So from that perspective, it will be very interesting to watch out for whether there is actually a premium compared to the current market price which is being ascribed to this business. So that's something that we will be very, very keenly watching out for. And also with regards to what are the future plans in terms of how the business is going to evolve, whether there's going to be a overseas listing of the business or there is going to be share swaps. So there are multiple options which are going to be explored, and we'll be keenly watching that.
Right, but do you expect that this time around, as we've always said that, there is some announcement, but more than announcement, what happens to trends of Jio, what happens to trend of their digital business, any comments on growth over there, all of this will also become very important?
See, so let's say where, if you look at the valuations where Reliance Industries is, and you look at the SOTP valuation, right? So there is, of course, growth which is factored into these businesses. Whether we look at the Jio business or JioMart or the retail business, anything put together, there is, of course, a private equity deals which are happened. They are factoring in a future growth, which is very, very clear. But the critical aspect still will be the O2C business, because that's a business which to my mind can be a big driver, and then that's where the value unlocking can happen. Because the valuation for this business was determined probably a couple of years back, and that is still being penciled in by most of the analysts. So whether that value has appreciated compared to that level, and what can be the value unlocking which can happen, is something which is going to be very, very interesting. Apart from that, of course, the retail and the Jio business, if they get listed on various global exchanges, that could be something which is going to be an important phenomena. But again, there need to be some regulatory changes, so on and so forth, for those things to happen. So whether any announcements happen in that space or not is something which remains to be seen. So overall, I think take that I will have is the value unlocking in the O2C business is going to be more critical. Growth prospects, of course, is going to be interesting, but I think more interesting will be what are the interventions that the company is trying to do, especially in the 5G space, both on the manufacturing side as well as on the product side or on the ecosystem side, is something that we will be very, very carefully watching.
Right. We always talk about all the 4-3 businesses now. You think any indication of splitting the businesses, listing one separately, as you also pointed out? Don't you think it's at early stages of the business because they are still into a very high growth phase, or you would expect an indication and maybe not a timeline on the same?
I would say that the splitting of the business is going to be a very, very tricky scenario at this point in time, because the market might view it positively, market might view it negatively also. Because if the businesses are split, how the businesses are going to be run is something which is going to be a big question mark, right? Whether it will still be run the Reliance way, or whether it will be split into different aspects, and let's say the O2C business becomes an Aramco business and it will be run the Aramco way, and Jio will be run by the private equity players. I do not know, as in that's what I'm trying to say, right? So that presents some huge ambiguity among the investors. I would view a complete splitting of businesses at this point in time with a little bit of skepticism, because a lot of things need to be answered once the businesses are split. How businesses will be run, who are going to be the key stakeholders, what's going to be the management in each of the businesses. I think there will be a lot more unanswered questions when these things are raised in the AGM. But of course, we'll have to wait and watch out. I think there will be an appropriate time when Reliance will do it. But maybe today may not be the day where we actually look at splitting of the businesses across various technological or verticals.
Absolutely, Naveen. Thanks so much for taking out time for us. Hope to connect with you once again after the AGM is done, and that's essentially where we'll have some of these expectations or these ideas that could come in this, whether it comes or not. On that note, we're taking a break. Coming back quickly. Stay tuned. We'll get you some perspective on HDFC Bank. Both of them released their annual report AGM, so we'll get you more perspective.